All right, so, like, get this. The world of hockey is colliding headfirst into global politics. Buckle up, because we're diving deep into the International Ice Hockey Federation, the IIHF, and their decision to ban Russia and Belarus from all their tournaments. That includes, yep, you guessed it, the 2025 World Championship. Oh, and we've got some spicy opinions on this, especially from hockey legend Dominik Hasek.
Yeah, it's pretty wild, right? What's really interesting about this whole thing is just how complicated the IIHF's decision is. I mean, this is the fourth year in a row that Russia's been banned. And, it might seem kind of straightforward on the surface, but trust me, the reasons behind it are causing a whole lot of debate.
Right. I mean, think about it. Russia's going to miss out on massive tournaments like the World Championship and the World Juniors. That's got to sting for a country that lives and breathes hockey, right? And then there's all the other stuff, all the ripple effects. Like NHL teams can't even scout Russian players properly because they can't, see them play live. It's a mess.
Totally. And then you've got the IIHF's official statement. They're saying they cannot guarantee safety, which, at first glance seems pretty reasonable given everything going on in Ukraine. But it's this very justification that's getting so much pushback, especially from, well, Dominik Hasek.
Hasek, as some of you might know, isn't just a legendary goalie. The guy has been a super vocal critic of Russia being allowed in sports ever since they invaded Ukraine. And here's the kicker. He's not actually against the ban itself, but he's furious about why they're doing it. It's like he's saying the IIHF is hiding behind safety concerns just to dodge any potential lawsuits from Russia.
Yeah, I mean, you can kind of see where he's coming from. This isn't just about, keeping fans from getting rowdy during a game. Hasek's arguing that letting Russia play is basically giving them a platform, normalizing the whole war situation. It's like condoning what they're doing, even if it's not directly.
And this is where it gets really interesting, I think. Hasek's calling them out, saying the IIHF needs to be straight up with everyone. He's convinced the real reason they're banning Russia is because they don't want to give a stage for what he sees as basically propaganda. And he's worried that this propaganda could, literally cost more lives.
Yeah.
Heavy stuff.
For sure. This situation throws a huge spotlight on how intertwined sports and politics really are, especially when you're talking about something as big as the World Championship. It's like, remember the Olympics? Think about how many times they've been used for political statements throughout history. Hasek's perspective really brings all of that tension right to the surface, right here, right now.
Exactly. This isn't just some hockey game.
Yeah.
It makes you think, where do we draw the line? Can we actually separate a sporting event from, the reality of war and global conflict? And if not, what's the responsibility of organizations like the IIHF? They're caught in the middle, right?
It's a really tough question. On one hand, you've got the IIHF trying to handle this super complicated situation, trying to balance legal stuff with, ethical considerations. And then on the other hand, you've got Hasek. This guy's a powerful voice in hockey, right? And he's pushing for total transparency, taking a strong moral stance. It's a real showdown.
And there are no easy answers here.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. It's the desire for fair competition in sports butting heads with the reality of war and what it all means. It's like, can a sporting event really stay separate from something so serious, or does it become a tool for something bigger than just athletic rivalry?
You hit the nail on the head. It's a discussion that goes way beyond the ice rink, It makes you think about how we as fans, as individuals, engage with sports when there's this massive conflict happening in the world. Do we just sit back and enjoy the game? Or is there a responsibility to think about the bigger picture, all the stuff going on behind the scenes? It's something to consider as we all watch this situation unfold.